Hello, VIP team. Maybe soon to be called BFF team. We might change the name. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate you all being willing to do this very important ministry. And it really is. I can't emphasize that enough. In fact, we are implementing a new system for the VIP team. And this makes your job, it was always very important, but now it's like even more. You have a great responsibility, but a great privilege of helping lead people to the Lord. So, we are updating our VIP system, and basically all you have to know is that you're treating people as if you had invited a friend to church. Let's say you've been inviting a friend to church for 2 years, and they finally said yes. What would you do? Well, I'm guessing you would probably wait outside for them, say, hey, I'll meet you outside. I'm guessing you'd probably take them to the hospitality table and get some coffee, help them get some coffee and donuts. I'll bet you'd even save some seats for them because it was that amazing that they finally said yes and you wanted to treat them, show them around and treat them well. Right? So that's what we're going to do. We're switching the mentality from a VIP tent where you just stay outside in front before the service to if someone plans their visit, you're going to treat them like a friend. You're actually going to bring them into the building. You're actually going to save them seats. So let's break it down. All right. The goal is to connect people with other people. The biggest goal is connection. You want to get people connected to other people. Ideally like in a similar life circumstances they are in. All right, so here's the visit itself. All right, friendly person, meeting them at the front door for every person that plans their visit. So they're gonna go to the website. They've already gone to the website. They've already clicked that they're planning their visit. They've pre-registered. They've let us know they're coming. All right, so now once they get to the door, we already know they're coming. You're greeting them at the door. You're waiting outside the door at the blue tent. All right. You're going to help them get their kids checked in to church. Go take them to the kids check-in. You're going to get them coffee. You're going to get them snacks. You're going to give them a short tour of the church. You're just going to show them where the snacks are. You're going to show them where the kids area is. You're going to actually walk with them. Make sure they get their kids to the right place. You're going to actually go with them if they have nursery. You're going to actually walk with them to the nursery. Of course, elementary kids, they stay in the service anyway, and then they're dismissed, so you wouldn't go with them to the elementary. But nursery, yes. You would actually walk them to the nursery and help them get their kid plugged into nursery if they have kids. You're going to get them to the coffee. You're going to show them where the bathrooms are, right? That's what you would do for a friend. Hey, by the way, there's the bathrooms. If they have a youth, you could tell them, that's where our youth room is. But anyway, you're going to show them to the auditorium. Okay, this is very important. You're going to introduce them to friendly people. And I say friendly people at the same time, the guy who trained us to do this said, and also shield them from the weird people. Every church has them. Shield them from the strange people. No, but take them to the friendly people. Bonus points if you can introduce them to people who are in the same life circumstance or similar life stage that they are in. Connect them with other people in like circumstances. Bonus point for that. By the way, make sure you introduce them to me, the pastor. Apparently there's a statistic. If people meet the pastor, they are 80% likely to come back a second time. Doesn't matter if the worship was a little off that day or the preaching was a little off. I don't know why that is, but if they just meet the pastor, 80% of people are likely to come back. That's amazing. So make sure they meet me. I don't care what else I'm doing. Make sure that I drop everything to meet these people. Okay? So bring them to me. And then save seats for them and sit with them. So you're actually saving seats. Where are the seats, the ideal seats? Our trainer, Chris, said the friddle. Not the front, not the middle, somewhere in between, the friddle. All right, so, not the very front. That's too awkward. You don't want them too far back because then they disengage from the service. You want them somewhat closer to the front, front to middle. So save them seats. Say, by the way, I've saved you seats. and offer to sit with them, especially if they're by themselves. Offer to let them sit with you and your family if you're there with your family. Say, hey, I've saved you a seat. You can sit by us. Now, if they're like, you got to feel it out, and if they're like, yeah, no, I don't, I just want to sit by myself. Okay, then let them sit by themselves. That's fine. All right. Okay, so we want to use friendly and inviting language. And you can even use a phrase like, when you come back next time. See what you're doing there? You're planting seeds like, hey, when you come back next time, blah, 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 this is going to happen. Friendly and inviting language. Also, this is your opportunity to sell the church. For you personally, you can just, while you're taking them around and showing them different places, tell them some different reasons. Say something like, by the way, so we've been going here for a couple years now, and one of the things that we really like about the church is blah, blah, blah. And, another reason why we stayed and got plugged into this church is because blah, blah, blah. This is your opportunity to sell the church to them. Eventually, we are going to get a system where we actually have a separate kids check-in line just for guests' kids. So we want this to be a fast line. We don't want them to be waiting in line forever. So we're actually going to get a separate line just for visitors' kids to get checked in, to get them on their way. So we'll get there eventually. All right. Then after the service, you're going to direct them to the VIP tent. And this is a chance to just make small talk. Okay. You're going to be back in the VIP tent. So we're going to make small talk after the service. You're going to answer any questions they have. We're going to receive their Connect card, and then we're going to give them a gift, right? So same deal as before. We give them a gift in exchange for the Connect card. We got to get that Connect card before we give them a gift. Always get a new Connect card or a Connect card on them. Doesn't matter if they already planned their visit. Before we had a system where if they planned their visit, we already had their information. Well, now it's different. Now we need to get a Connect card no matter what, whether they plan their visit or not. We need a Connect card in exchange for that gift. Okay, so you just say, hey, we have a gift for you. Do you have your Connect card? And let them know that it's an exchange of those two things. All right. One thing is we want to tell them about their next step. We want them to go to a welcome party. Only one next step. We're inviting them to a welcome party. That's your next step. You also want to invite them back to the next service. Hey, by the way, love to have you back next week. That's something we haven't been really focusing on or doing. We need to invite them back. Say, hey, by the way, have a great day. We'd love to have you back next week. Can't wait to see you. All right. You're also creating small talk. Make the interaction all about them. Ask about their background. Ask about their family. Don't get too detailed. You don't want to know their social security number, but we want to learn more about them. Be interested in them. Okay. So one thing that's different about this strategy is don't treat them like VIPs. Treat them like family. The guy who trained us, Chris, he said, people don't want to be treated like a rock star. They just want to be treated like they belong. They want to be treated like family and like they've been going to church for years. Just make them feel comfortable. Make them feel like they belong. All right. Couple more things. Never ask, are you new? Hey, are you new? Is this your first time here? Are you new? Just introduce yourself and go. Another thing is never point directions. Always show someone where to go. Like I was taught this at a grocery store when I worked for a grocery store. Never tell them what aisle it's on. Take them to the aisle. Say, oh, you need deodorant? Here, let's go. And show them where that aisle is. Don't just tell them where the bathrooms are. Take them to the bathrooms. Shake hands, but don't hug people you don't know. Okay, don't hug people you don't know. That's a little too much. Don't ask for too much personal information. Get them to talk like you would at a gathering, but nothing too personal. And then don't use lingo they don't understand. For example, don't say, oh, by the way, we have this program called Ignite. Just call it our youth group. Just say, by the way, our youth group meets because that's insider language. They don't know what Ignite is. They don't know what Ignite means. They say, by the way, we have our youth group, our student ministry gets together on Sunday nights, right? So try to avoid insider language that makes them feel like they don't belong because they don't get what you're talking about, right? Just use language that everybody would understand. Okay, so guys, we're gonna do a little more training eventually on this. We're actually going to practice on each other, but I wanted to send this to you now so that you can go ahead and be preparing. This is a super important ministry. You could help lead people to Christ simply because you made them feel comfortable and welcome. Our trainer who told us about this, he said they had people who hadn't been to church for years, some of them never been to church, but because they had a friendly VIP person, a friendly friend, a BFF, so to speak, to meet them and take away that awkwardness, they actually became Christians through this ministry. You are a very important part of our ministry of leading people to Christ. So thank you for your willingness. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, take care. God bless.